Okay. What is good, everybody? I'm not gonna get this camera to focus. Should I use autofocus? I totally should, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, what's going on, guys? My name is Zach. This is Adno Entertainment, and if you're coming from YouTube, this is Zonk. It will never be the same, no matter how many times I say I'm gonna make the same name. I'm not gonna. So yeah, it's been a couple of days. Sorry about that, y'all. I was in a bit of a mental funk over the last couple of days, but we are back. We're doing a little bit better. Today we're gonna have a little quick stream because I don't know if you saw the notification, but yeah, I'm running on like fumes in terms of sleep right now, and I don't think you guys want to hear my random ramblings when it gets to the point where I have no sleep. All right, so quick stuff today. For one, we got a showcase because I did a little off-screen mining. I did add a new feature to the game. Two, we got a little bit of a feature from Alberta today. They hooked us up with some sick art for the channel. I don't know if you've noticed the change in channel profile, but you're gonna see that later. And three, I think that's the number that comes after two, we are going to actually write a game design doc because I have been treating this potato game like it is a game jam game, which, you know, in all honesty, with the quantity of work I put into it over the day, because we worked on this for about a month now, actually, almost a month, which is pretty, you know, not bad. Doesn't felt like it. This game is getting somewhere to the point where it's like I actually would like to try a little bit harder on it, or not that I haven't been trying, but I would like to try in a way where it's like an actual organized attempt rather than kind of an improvised mess. But yeah, so first off, let's get into the art showcase. So Alberta, I don't know if you guys have been in the chat at the same time, you should be familiar with them. Really great artists. They did some channel art for me, and I am super excited for it. Don't worry, they were commissioned. Did not get this for free. But check this out. So Alberta did this really cool. Let's see where. There you go. Alberta made this really cool, I don't know, logo. The gradient is the same gradient as the duck that my old logo was, at least on my YouTube channel. Really nice tie, really nice hat. But yeah, this was honestly, this is awesome. Like all the other stuff I did myself. I'm nowhere near the best artist, and this is like the first professionally commissioned thing I got from someone for the channel, and I couldn't be more proud that it was one of y'all. So yeah, thanks, Alberta. This is super awesome. I wish I could be more expressive with my gratitude for this, but honestly, this is sick. This is like, I couldn't ask for anything better. And when the time comes, I will ask you for that channel banner. But for now, this right here, this beautiful duck, is the logo for everything. The YouTube channel, the Twitch channel. Oh, forgot to do the TikTok. We're gonna switch to TikTok later today. But yeah, thanks Alberta. Check them out. They're in the Discord server. Makes really great stuff. But yeah, so that is the first part. Second part of today, let's open up Godot 4.2, and I'm gonna get rid of this. The first quadruple A game. And let's see, we opened a potato game here. No, it's I did a little bit of off-screen stuff. Had another moment where for some reason my code worked, and I don't know why it works, but it does. That's gonna be real detrimental in the future. But if you check this out, you can notice that the day-night cycle is kind of screwed up again. By like a lot. But if we open this, wait, what is this? Multiple stock graphs, dude? That have their own, damn, EM prices went up. Quincy, what did I tell you? Spud prices peaked. I'm never letting it go. But yeah, this is what I added. I added the system in so you could switch over between different graphs to see different potato prices. We are going to actually improve this so you can like physically see the numbers. I'm gonna add like an on hover feature here. There seems to be like a slight offset to the bottom right for each point. I don't worry too much about that actually. But yeah, this is what I really did. The next thing we're going to do future-wise is just add the ability to add in, or for you to switch the potatoes you want to sell. Because right now it's just default to the spud. And also we're going to make these on hover. And a little bit bigger too, so you can actually see what's going on there. But yeah, that's what I did. This wasn't too bad actually. Quick rundown of what the code was for it. So we have this on new day feature right here, which is signaled from the time manager right here. I should actually add that for myself. Signaled from And what this does is every time a in-game day passes within like the week, it tells the econ manager to tell the potato values thing to update the values. So far, this isn't really necessary as econ manager. I might get rid of it because this is the only function it has in it. But it's nice to kind of diversify myself. Then we go to the finance screen, which is right here, and we have this new stock day right here. What that does is it just tells the stock screen to create a new stock day. We're almost done. This is getting more complicated than it really has to be, but it's kind of good that I'm doing this now because I can actually, this means I can keep track of what I'm doing. What that does is it tells the stock to create a new stock day, which will basically just, excuse me, what this will basically do is it will just add a point based on whatever the value is from the potato value sheet. And this is the most important one right here, these on spud buttons. So these are functions that I will add in manually and for every potato that we add. So I don't know how many potatoes are gonna be in the final game, but for now, this is a pretty simple process. You just add in a signal from the same button. I couldn't think of the word for it. And that'll call this create stock week function. And what this does is it clears whatever points are currently on the stock line. Then it also clears the line markers, because the stock line itself is the line renderer that creates that graph, and then the line markers are like actual things that spawn in to do that. Then where we have 4 potato values and week values, this is the new thing I added, where if we go to our potato values script here, you can see every week there is an array that keeps track of the potatoes for that week. And then once a new week passes, this array gets cleared, and then a new week will be generated for the screen. But from there, all we're really doing is, all we're doing is we're just iterating through the week values based on whatever potato that the player currently placed, which in our case is whatever the button designates. We get the dot size. Thank you. I think it was you, Captain, or Dr. Fubar, or Captain Fubar, or Dr. Gambit, I think it was you, Captain, who taught me this dot size function right here. So what we're doing is we're getting the size of the array. Then we are using that array to index the array for the dates. Then we just create a line point based on whatever random math I did. Then we do that, and it creates a stock week. Either way, this worked out pretty easily. I'm waiting for my luck to run out on that point. But for now, that is all that's really the update for the game stuff. So what we're actually going to do today is I'm going to bore the hell out of all of you, because we are going to write a game design document. So for all the non-game designers or non-game developers or people who are just hopping in because they want to see what's up with this, basically what this is kind of like your Bible for how the game should be made. So what designers make to actually create a structure for programmers to look at, for other designers to look at, to build future systems off of. And it's almost like an instruction manual or report on what your game's actually going to be. And I don't have that. If we look at the Notion here, actually, you can see that so far this has been my entire document, not including the Trello document, which has not been used, which it should be. But my initial intention for this game was to be like a super quick game where you just like grow potatoes, you get stocks, blah blah blah. But then more ideas came in, and this started to get a little bit bigger. Like we're still working on the farming and commerce section. Potato bug enemy, I have designed one, but that's not for a while. Build system, that's actually done, surprisingly. Inventory system in place. Shotgun, yeah. Cozy, yeah. XP system, that's maybe not gonna be in there. Economic stress, I haven't added that either. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing a real life study though, where I simulate that by spending all my money. See, I'm in the game here. I'm in the game. The way to make a good game is to push yourself in the game. Sorry for the clacking toy. But yeah, so this is all good and great, and it's been working so far, but I actually need a document for myself. And also, this is an overall good practice for game development, because this will help limit the chances of scope creep. So we're gonna actually, and we're gonna create a new page for that. We're gonna call this Ultimate Potato Game. Game 3D design document. This is also a really great way for you to feel out. Make this one EM. This is a really good way to feel out what your game's gonna be like in the long run too. So you can kind of get an idea of what you want out of this game, and then compare your current skill level to that. Not saying you couldn't make it. Like, nothing is stopping you from making your first game ever being a multiplayer game, except common sense. You know. But who am I to limit you and your ambitions? Do whatever you want to do. Game making is free now, for the most part. Okay, so let's do this. I don't have a specific format for how I want to do this, so I'm gonna add a summary. I'm gonna add a header 1. This is gonna act as our summary / premise. We'll see, and we'll format it later, like with colors and stuff like that, to make me really use my high school diploma. But what is some for the presence of this game? A fast pace. Already great, can't spell pace. Fast paced, cozy, or fast paced. What's that? Maybe the cozy is so much in, or we'll keep this in. Fast paced action. Wow. Fast paced farming and I guess investing simulator. I apologize for my brother in the background. Where you grow potatoes and sell and refine them to gain a bigger profit. Throughout the game, you will be tracking the stock prices or tracking the values of the potatoes and the refined items over the course of an in-game week to ensure you maximize profit, growth, and prevent bankruptcy. To add additional challenge, the player will be faced with rapidly managing crops and defending them from enemy potato bugs who seek to destroy your profit. Okay, so that's a pretty solid summary. This is the basics of the game. Let's get a goals in there too. Actually, we got the summary. Let's get the core gameplay loop out, and we'll just write this down. And then after we break down the core gameplay, we'll get the summaries, the core gameplay loop. Then we'll break it down into the different mechanics, and then how I want to write those mechanics out. And I think what we want to do is, the way I'm gonna have this document work is, as I add in more features, I'll add more chapters to this design doc, because I feel like I want to base it off of that. So every time I'm like, all right, cool, I'm done with the farming, or like the farming's about to be in progress, or the commerce is about to be in progress, let me add a chapter to this page, design it out, come back, edit it, implement those things, and then do that. I should also have a section for what I count as like complete for like a demo release or just playtesting. I guess every stage is kind of complete for playtesting. So let's get a header in here. Let's underline that core gameplay loop. So if you're not familiar with game design principles, a core gameplay loop is basically the core gameplay loop is basically what the player will be doing, I guess, on like a 5-second cycle every time you play the game. And that sounds quick, but if you look at like just different games, you can kind of abstract their gameplay to that cycle. Like, for example, look at Terraria. Like, what's the most basic thing you're doing here? You mine items, you build stuff, you craft items, and then you fight monsters to get better items. That's a loop. That's pretty much what you're doing for all of Terraria. Let's look at Helldivers. What's it called? You drop in, you complete the objective, you shoot enemies to complete an objective, you abstract, you level up. You extract, and you level up. It's just that. It's like, it's breaking down what the game is to the most core components. And then if you start it from like a kernel of simplicity, you can grow it out into a lot more complexity. So that's what we're establishing right here. So what's the core gameplay loop for the game? The core gameplay loop for our game is to plant potatoes, care for potatoes. Let's see, plant potatoes. The whole thing is like you plant potatoes, sell potatoes, buy items / pay bills.
You flashed white. I heard the noise and everything.
Defend farm from enemies. And it's as simple as that. So what we can do is let's add that complexity to it. So under the plant potatoes, what do you do when you're planting potatoes? You're building potato patches. Okay, what else are you doing when you plant the potatoes or / care, or say farm potatoes? Build potato patches, you water the patch, and you harvest before they go rotten. See, we're breaking it down into a little more complex stuff, but if we can just take that like very, very high level look at it, this is our core gameplay loop. So what do you do when you're selling potatoes? You're tracking the potato stock price. You wait for a higher price, or you sell.
No, I'm actually so sad. I'm dead.
You sell at
I'm
the.
actually so sad.
Yo, Quincy, chill out.
What?
Chill out. Yeah, thanks.
I actually miss.
You sell at the price that maximizes profit.
Heartbreaking. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it really for selling potatoes. Buy items, pay bills. Use profits to buy more potatoes. Let's see.
This sword looks so fire, by the way.
Yeah, use profits to buy more potatoes, buy sprinklers, and other buildings to maximize profit opportunities. So this is like future stuff. I think someone suggested that we use like we make vodka as an option. I think that's a pretty good idea, so we're gonna use that. And then let's see. I guess pay off loans / bills to keep the farm alive. Okay, so that's that. Now defend farm from enemies. This is pretty simple. Use shotgun to, let's see, defeat enemies. Shotgun and other tools to defeat enemies. Let's see. Retrieve spell. You've stolen goods. If enemy is able to steal. Repair / replant crops and farm buildings to ensure efficiency.
I swear that's true, bro.
So right there, this is all we really, if we can get this core gameplay loop like good, this is all we really need for the for a demo. We just need to establish this core gameplay loop. I have these bits and pieces just to kind of describe it a little bit better, but this is all we really need. So
What?
I guess after we get that, let's break down our ideas. So I'm gonna add in, let's see, I'm gonna add in another header called gameplay breakdowns. And what is that gonna be? So first off, let me get some water. I'll be right back, y'all. Oh. Making documents takes time. All right, here we go. Where is that button? There we go. So that was a long glass of water. Okay, so where were we? So we established our summary premise, just to give a short idea of what it is, like a paragraph, the core gameplay loop, and now the gameplay breakdowns. So, farming is our initial one, so let's actually create a page for that. And we're gonna call this one Farming Design Breakdown. There we go. I know how to spell, kind of. And let's see what happens if we look up farm. What do we get? We get farmer, and we get this basket. I'm gonna use this basket. So, what is our main components for farming? Let's get a header in here. Another one. Let's get main components. So, this is more to just kind of break down my line of thinking here. So, what's the first thing we actually need for the farming system to work? Well, we need the building system to be established, or potato patch building. What else do we need for that? We need potato types. Easily implemented potato type system. So just the amount of the types of potatoes we can add to the game. We need a harvest mechanic. And we also need a, we're gonna add, let's see, the care system. And this will be the main challenge. So, let's break that down. Get another heading one here. Call this one the potato patch. So let's see. Potato patch is the way players will cultivate potatoes for selling and or future use. The patch will be okay, so here's the first thing we gotta think. Hey, Dr. Gamer, how you doing? Red barrels. Where do you see red barrels? Do we need to add red barrels to the design? Is that happening?
Oh.
But yeah, happy February day. It's the 28th. We're on a leap year though, so it's actually not the end of February. How you doing? Red barrels make everything better. We'll add that to the we'll add that here. Add that right here. Boom, boom, barrels. I can't spell. Suggested by the doctor. It's the 20th. Oh, you're on the other side of the date line. Yo, what's the future like? That's awesome. Anything cool happening tomorrow? That's not the right one. There it is.
The 6 are kind of bad.
Yo, okay, okay.
Maybe you
We finally got hoverboards, or did they finally make alcoholic Capri Suns? I actually know that's not what's true.
but just that's a 6.
McDonald's just fuck, dude.
Fire. He has like 2 attributes. It's down 6.
But they just dropped the anime.
So why need one?
It goes so hard.
Like a neutral state when you have the
Is that hold on? Is that sauce actually real?
it like stays like that, but you do it with lightning.
I now am curious.
It just doesn't have that. Wait, do
I already know how to use the emergency button. Opera GX, McDonald's.
get the lightning one.
See, look at, oh my god, they actually have it. The McDonald's sauce.
Alright, so now I'm gonna jump, right?
I gotta order in the app. I'm like 2 times bonus when you're
Do downlight.
savory chili McDonald's sauce just from McDonald's verse. Dude, look, it's anime. I wonder if this is actually. Wait, there's an actual manga too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll download the app.
Oh my god.
That would go so hard. Actually, can I take that idea? I would love to make like an RTS where it's just like fast food chains, and it's just minimum wage workers are your units. I'm taking that idea, by the way. That's where's my yeah, here we go.
It's true. That's like
Right into the top bar. I'll give you full credit.
imagine, right? And then
Let's see.
and then like that.
RTS game where fast food
This guy has no idea.
franchises
Let's just fight.
fight each other for. I really want that to be one word. For dominance. Minimum wage workers are the units. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, of course. Inspired by Dr. Gambit. Yeah, no, of course. This is too good. This is way too good. I think, yeah. And my friend recommended Turok Bahags.
So high, I don't remember.
One more thing about the future. Hit me with it.
Oh, it's grounded.
Portal 3? Is that dropping? Is Portal 3 finally dropping? If it's not Portal 3, I'll be so sad.
It's, I mean, over the air, I guess.
Cheapest villain player will be able to acquire.
It might be
Dr. Pepper buys both Pepsi and Cola, mixed soda's less than $1. Oh! Finally! Like the good old days.
maybe not.
Actually, hold on. Can I say that? When was soda?
Maybe like a side.
When was soda last $1? Give me soda prices over the years.
Oh my god. The character's so weird.
One soda $1. Costs $1. I can't read this calculator. Corner drink cost. Okay. $0.80? Dude, here we got, what's it called? Arizona iced tea, the signature 99-cent drink, the lifeblood of high schoolers everywhere, is now above 99 cents. I need you to understand how critical that is of a sign of the downfall of the US. We're screwed, man. Like, that's it. Like, you know, the second the Costco hot dog combo goes up beyond the $1.50, that's it. That's it. That's curtains for this country. And I stand by that. It all went downhill when they got rid of the combo pizza at Costco.
When you charge it, yeah, but
I'm
just
still mad about that. That was like, what, 5 years now? I'm too old to be mad about that, but I'm furious about it. Let's see. The patch will be the cheapest building the player will be able to acquire.
I don't. What does it spell?
You know, see, I wonder. Yeah, I saw that. That's metal as hell.
That's kind of hype.
Here, Doctor, you're coming up with a lot of good ideas today. Do you think So I want to add in like the ability for kind of some kind of economic, like kind of challenge for the player in the game here. So my idea is you either have to buy potato patches like per potato, or B, there is a tax system, and you have to pay kind of like a tax on the amount of potato patches you have. So you actually have to think about like how many you own. Like you can spam them, but it could like lead to ultimate bankruptcy. What are you thinking about that? I'm between those two ideas right now. On one hand, you got taxes. On one hand, you have direct payment. Remember, we're trying to create the most brutal capitalism simulator of all time with potato-based items. And the scales for the size of the farm, the taxing. Yeah, no, it definitely would. All right. That'd be good. A mixture of special festivals and farming seasons. Okay, hold on, chill. I'm one guy. I haven't even thought that far ahead yet. We're creating a design document. Okay. You know what? How about we do this? Let's make it so. Yeah, actually, yeah. The player will be able to buy a patch from the shop and have it delivered to their farm. Placing the patch counts towards the player's tax amount and will have a fee of upkeep every in-game time cycle. Destroying the patch removes the land tax from it. It also minimizes potatoes generated. Okay, we're gonna do that some more for the game. Let's see. So two factions arise and fight over the countless farms they own, and then the monopoly wars begin. The second potato famine happens. That goes hard. That goes so hard. I was thinking like one of the ideas I had was like the main enemy in the game that's like for the demo is gonna be like a potato bug, and the potato bug's gonna be like an intern for a rival potato financial conglomerate. And like as time goes on, like different world events will happen, like what you just said right there, and then they'll drastically change the value of potatoes. And like they'll all be based on kind of like real world countries, but each country will be named after like their like that country's main language for potato. So I'm adding that. We're adding that to the thing. Where's we putting this in the brain dump? Lore suggestion. Dr. Gambit. We're adding stuff. You're hopping out the ideas right now. How do I copy message? Nope. Oh boy, no fight's going on. Slow for that. Adding it to the thing. Thank you, Dr. Gambit. All right. This is going good. All right, so family design, potato patch design breakdown. So it also minimizes potatoes generated. So that's like the main thing for the potato patch. Let's create like kind of like a. Let's create kind of like another header. We're gonna create artwork. Hey mom, how's your day? What? It was alright. It was alright. Just chill.
How was your evening last night?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's Friday.
We got the artwork section. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say.
It's the first time I've ever seen
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna mute. Okay, we are back. So, we'll have a section for artwork. This will contain like just reference. I guess slash. Or no, this is a design document. We don't necessarily need artwork for this. What we do want is we want economic. We want like we got the potato patch like as a summary. Let's get potato care as another thing. So let's see. Potatoes will require / consume water at a specific rate, grow at a specific rate, and rot at a specific rate. I like what you're saying here. That's a completely different direction than what I was going to go. My whole thing was like, you just become the richest potato farmer on earth, and it just goes so far off the deep end. But I'm also adding this too, because this is potential. We'll talk about this. This game is getting bigger and bigger the more it gets talked about. / there. Okay. Potato care. Yeah, but I do like that resistance group option where you could just have like a kind of like make your own adventure. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. The game's like we're just starting out kind of simple for now. It's interesting where it goes from here. And honestly, just want to get the potatoes fighting in the stock market done. We will add non-stop additions to this game. Potatoes require specific rate, consume water at a specific rate, grow at a specific rate, and rot at a specific rate. The player will be tasked with managing their potatoes in the early game to ensure that they don't lose profit due to neglect. Rotted potatoes will be represented by a green potato mesh and will provide the player with no potatoes upon harvest. See, players, as the player progresses, they will be able to buy certain items to min-max the growth process, to automate care, allowing them to focus on other tasks such as defense and selling. Oh, that's gonna be one of the events. Like every night, you're just gonna get raided by potato bugs. It will be monstrous. I totally didn't get inspired. Inspired used very lightly from Helldivers. Oh yeah, but it's happening. Here, if my iPad wasn't dead, I'd show you the drawing I made. But then my friend drew a deck on it, so maybe I can't show that. Let's see. Can I tap? Oh, you can tap stuff in. You cannot tap stuff in. Weird. All right. Potato care. Level of urgency to the game. To run around the farm to check the different plots. The challenge for design that comes from here is how to best represent potato status without overwhelming the player with information. Current system in place is a UI that constantly hovers over the patch, indicating the status of it. Works for now, but in a more finalized version. Oh yeah, Doctor, I didn't even show you the stuff I added to the game. Here, peep this. I actually finished up the stock system, so now you can see different stock prices. I did this yesterday. Off stream because I did not stream yesterday, but I was like, you know what? I just want to get like a little bit in there. We got that, right? So it's a little odd right now, but it's something. So that's a little bit of progress I made in the game yesterday. Oh yeah, I forgot you weren't here when I made that. Or maybe you were here when I made that. But yeah, day-night cycles is in there. The menu was actually super easy to make. Godot has this really cool thing called this. It's called the tab container, which actually just automatically makes these tabs for you. Like when you like add stuff and the tabs like disappear if you don't have it as a child. It's awesome. Like this would have been so annoying to do literally everywhere else. So this was so convenient. I'm gonna make it look like a kind of 90s style like Windows PC. That's gonna be the vibe I'm going for, because I just learned how to use Substance Painter to make pixel textures. Super hyped for that. I'll actually drop that in the art chat. Let me drop that right now before I forget about that, because let's see, it was a super good. Did I just get recommended a Darman video? Yeah. How to make pixel textures. Substance Painter. It's my every single day. Yeah, it's. I'm not watching Darman. Yeah, I hate it. It's like I did UI for a bit for work, but I can't find the video. If I find it, I will send it. But oh, I think I remember now. It's this. But yeah, no, UI is such a pain. It's such an unnecessarily disgusting pain.
What do I do, Lord?
That is not the video. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Going to take this. I recommend this guy's channel too. I'll copy this, put this in Discord. Darman game development video? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're out of your gourd. I can put this in the help chat. There we go. I'm not making the Darman game development video. Oh, you know what would go hard though? A Darman horror game. Where like it just progressively gets worse and like over time like you just like you're not even hunted by Darman, it's just like it's a whole thing and like you are the only like sane person in this scenario and like it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse until you're like stuck in a Darman video. Yeah. Yeah, okay, hold on. God. Dude, we gotta write this document. I've only gotten like 3 paragraphs done. But we keep having ideas. They're just flowing. Starman. Psychological horror game. No, I'm not even gonna write the concept for this. Oh, is that good? I've been meaning to watch that. I know it's by the same people that made Hereditary and Midsommar. Okay. Okay. Still haven't recovered from Midsommar yet, so I'll add it to my list actually. It's the weirdest movie you've ever seen. It is a pretty big departure from what was Joaquin Phoenix's last movie? Joker? Like prior to that? How much is that to rent? Ooh. Yo, it's on Hulu? That goes hard. Alright, right on. Alright. I just watched, what's it called? What's that one movie Nicolas Cage was just in? Oh, he was in the Napoleon movie. Like, it was like that dream movie where like Nicolas Cage was like in everyone's dreams. That I hated the end of that movie so bad. It bummed me out to no end. Let's see, more finalist version. Yeah, some kind of loading bar. Represent the changes. What's that? Let's just put that on work mode. Got about 20 more minutes left in the stream today because I do have to do something. Okay, but so far that's not bad. Potato carrot and potato pash, that's like the main thing we have to kind of focus on. I guess let's get like one final section for this, get another heading. Be planting and harvesting. And then what will be included on that? I don't know who Mads Mikkelsen is. That's a good list. I'm so excited for Kojima's newest game. They got Jordan Peele on it. I'm hoping we get what PT could have been. Because I've never played Silent Hill, but PT will forever make me sad that never got made. Konami took the fattest L in history. Not greenlighting that nonsense. Out of spite too, which is crazy. Right? That's gonna go insane. Like using, for real. Like using Unreal Engine 5 is such a no-brainer for like hyper-realistic games. It's like they got geniuses on that, man. Like I know Jordan Peele is like a lot of people are kind of polarized on it, but Nope is probably one of my favorite movies of all time, hands down. If you haven't seen Nope, highly recommend it. I loved that movie. I saw it 3 times in the theaters. Okay, players will be able to purchase potatoes in the shop based on their current stock price. Player will then plant those potatoes in their patch in hopes of multiplying their profits. This is where players will be introduced and need to be familiarized with the time it takes for a potato fully grow. This also includes the risks of losing profit when buying a potato at a high price. That's a hyphen in the middle price. Getting a low yield from the patch. And ultimately losing money. Oh, you have? I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. So far, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Let's see. Sit on when a potato is finished. Let's see.
The one time I'm not aiming right there. I should have been aiming.
Let's see.
I should have pushed him sooner.
Out of water. Potatoes will not rot, but they will stop growing until watered again. Okay. Once a potato, let's see. Did I already write that in here? Once a potato is finished growing, the rotting process begins. For potato care. Player will be notified via the red progress meter above the rotting patch. Potatoes harvested, let's see, prior to the rotting bar completing will result in a successful harvest. Prior to the harvest, thank you. This is it. This is like this is for all the people out there that love micromanaging, and they need a way to express it. Like, I'm not organized in any capacity, but for some reason, cities skylines, let me have the plural there, scratches the part of my brain that strives to be an organized human being. Same thing with like actually Power World and anything that really requires me to build and automate stuff. That's why I haven't bought Factorio. I will probably regress like a good 2 evolutionary cycles if I play Factorio. Just turn into like a little mushroom that only can do that. Prior to the harvest, the patch will indicate how many potatoes grown via meshes appearing on the patch itself. Upon harvest, the quantity of potatoes will be added to the player's inventory and will stay there until sold. There are no plans for the potato to rot within the inventory. post-harvest, the player will be able to plant a new potato by hovering the now empty patch and choose what potato they would like to plant. Alright. It's not bad for the city skylines. Yeah, that's smart. You know, see, there's if I find them, I think I have like 4 different journals that I have written ideas in, like over time. And the reason why I use Notion is because I know I can't lose these. Well, never say never. But it's hard. It's a lot harder to lose a digital document, especially when it's like 118 different devices I have. Yeah, City Skylines too. Yeah, do you know why it was actually broken?
I'm not as interested as
That goes so hard. Okay, maybe I do have to get a journal. Oh, every single NPC has teeth, like actual teeth. Like they're not just like little blob people. There's like, if you look at the mesh, there's like actual, like jaw. Like it looks like an Assassin's Creed character. Yeah, like first, that's a crazy thing to attempt. I think that's hilarious. But yeah. Let's see. What you said something about Factory too. Yeah, I do have Satisfactory. I need to play more Satisfactory. Yeah, way too many. Because like, yeah, individual people, like 20 max, sure. But entire city, dude. And that's just the people, so God only knows what was in the cars and the buildings. Respect the ambition, though. Okay. So I think that handles it really for the potatoes for now. We got the care. We have the harvest. We have the potato patch, and we have the potato type system. This, yeah, nice. All right. So that's the first thing. We got the farming design breakdown. Very basic. Let's get another page. Do I have time actually? Yeah, I got time. Let's get another page, and this will be dedicated to the commerce portion of the game. What did I call it? I called it design breakdown. So this will be the commerce design breakdown. That's not how you spell breakdown. There we go. I promise I'm not dyslexic. And let's get some cash money. What are you feeling? What are you feeling? You feeling the dollar to, I want to say that's yen. Am I right about that?
God damn.
I don't know if I'm right about that, dude.
Oh, honestly, forgot about
Okay, cool. I am right about that. Dedicated to you. Thank you. Awesome. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm completely... Did I say I was going to dedicate something to someone? What did I do? Am I green? Did I just sign my life away? What's going on? Did I do the social security number reveal too early? I was supposed to hit 1 billion subscribers before I did that. I'm glad. Yeah, okay. We got the yen to dollar. We're gonna... This is so... You know what? Let's make it the... Wait! I saw a coin, dude! That's not a coin. Yeah! 7 trillion subs. I would love that so much. Then, you know what? At 7 trillion subs, I'll do a face reveal. Yeah, that's when I'll finally do the face reveal. 7 trillion subs. Alright, so what is the format I use for this game? Main components, and then I just broke down what was on top of that. Okay. Just gotta get the... And empty page, main components. So what are the main components in the commerce? We have the stock system. We have the shop system. We have the tax and bills system. I'm probably thinking, Zach, why'd you do this? The whole point of playing a video game transaction system. Ooh. Let's add that to the idea page. We'll have like currency exchange, dude. Offshore bank accounts? Wait a second. Wait a second.
Oh, I freaking saw him last second.
To do.
Oh, that's a crazy piece of
Another Dr. Gambit suggestion. currency exchange and offshore. This is insane. Yeah. Accounts. Yo, we can add an audit mechanic. Yo.
What is that angle? What is that angle?
Extra corruption, dude.
This caster got me with a crazy angle too. I'm not gonna lie.
This is insane. So,
Yo, he pre-fired?
why am I adding this? Why am I adding this? Why do you play games so you can avoid this part of your life? You don't play games to pay taxes. You don't play games to manage money, except you do. Think about how much money did what's it called? Animal Crossing make? That made like a gajillion dollars, right? How much money did Animal Crossing New Horizons make? Revenue.
I'm sorry, I can't, bro.
That game made, that game made $2 billion in the first year. Bondsman and Alderman for the licensing? Oh my god. That gave me $2 billion because people were so desperate to go outside that they needed some way to do that. And that involved getting high loans and exchanging the lives of virtual animals. Yes, there was an Animal Crossing slave trade, and yes, it was horrible. We're not going to do that. We're exchanging potatoes. So, that's what we're doing, this comments breakdown. For some reason, people like to simulate the hard parts of life in a game. And nothing is more fun than going bankrupt. So, stock system. Let's add a header for that bad boy. Yeah, that's a short key I didn't know, and I'll forget it forever. Stock market. So, the stock market.
700,000.
Players will be receiving the majority, if not all, of their revenue via the in-game stock market. Here, players will be able to track the values of potatoes, add notifications for when potatoes hit a certain price, and create a watch list for potatoes they want to focus on. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Like, right now, the only thing the players have to really worry about is just like what the current price is. So like, I don't know. Like, there's gonna be more than just potatoes in the game. Like, there's gonna be like potatoes as a crop. There's gonna be like fries. There's gonna be like vodka and stuff like that. And it's gonna be like a whole fuel system. But like for now, the only thing players like the main thing is players only really have to say is like, hey, I like this potato. This is gonna be like my main potato. I believe in this potato. I'm gonna focus on this potato and I'm gonna buy it. There's nothing gonna be like options. There's not gonna be like a complex system. Like you have to worry about like breaking resistance or day trading or anything like that. It is purely just like this whole game is actually inspired by the turnip system in Animal Crossing. So it's gonna be focused on that. Would you realize, Doctor? Tell it to me straight, Doc. Would you realize? Great note from Dr. Gambit. It'll be key to not overcomplicate this portion of the game. Players will be able to track different components of the in-game market for their own strategies,
I was behind.
but it
I couldn't even see him.
be purely related on price.
Oh, Azami. Oh. I'm so sorry. I got cooked. Oh.
For the sake of a playable demo, potato prices will vary based on a volatility factor. players will be able to use that to predict the market
I don't like that.
for how they want to invest. There you go. Did it really? That's a really cool idea. How do you know that? Where'd you get that from? I had no idea. That's really cool. But does that mean people who are allergic to potatoes can't get the chickenpox vaccine? Or smallpox vaccine or whatever pox? Those are probably related, aren't they? Man, you were just coming in with the ideas left and right. I appreciate it. Couldn't use your name, Dr. Gambit, right there too. If I spell this right. I'm way too excited about that. Fair. Alright, I think the fact that I just spelled pharmaceutical first try proves that I can't spell. It's a huge one. That might be one of the biggest ones of today. Okay. So, yeah, I'm really glad you said that because I would have gone way ahead of myself on that. I think like what I'm gonna add to make the stock market a little more predictable is just add a volatility factor to each potato stock. So like the really crazy potatoes can just spike up in value, and it's kind of like a crypto. But like the kind of stable potatoes would be like the S&P 500, which is like, all right, cool, it can go up, it can go down, but it's like kind of floating in a like range of like, okay, if I buy it at this price, I know it will go up. We're not gonna have options. There's not gonna be dividends. That's gonna be crazy, and I really don't want to program that in. But for now, this will be it. These prices also control the potatoes in the shop that the player buys to plant
He's already dead.
in their patches.
I did not think he was still in there. That's actually insane that he's still in there.
Okay, let's add in the shop system. I'm really excited about this one because we're getting closer to like once we get like all the commerce and stuff gets in there. That is a good point. I was thinking of like in the future adding like more difficulty options where like you could just like there's like potato options. And you could get some skin in the game, potato puns in there. But yeah, we'll talk about that. I don't know nearly enough about the stock market to, well, that's not true. I know enough where I can kind of talk about it and then be wrong within 5 minutes. So, you know, just like a little bit of runtime there. But yeah, I want to learn as this goes on. Let's get the shop system in this bad boy. Here, let's see, the player potato crash. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. My whole goal. No, don't stop. Are you kidding me? This is the whole point of the channel, so we can have these discussions. This is like I keep saying this is my favorite part of streaming this nonsense. It's a community aspect of it. I wouldn't have had these ideas without you just talking in chat. Keep it up. Seriously. Here, let's see. Let me write the player. Let me be grammatically correct here. Let's see. Player. Here, the player will spend their money to gain more pieces of land, buy more patches, buy supplies, and most importantly, potatoes. Players will be tasked with managing how much money they spend and how much risk they're willing to take on their purchases for the chance of greater profit. It's funny you did that correction right there. I think one of the first times I've ever had someone chat, I wrote then instead of Dan, or back. I have that backwards, and they corrected me. And they just left. I have a trust meter with a shopkeeper. Allowing them to get more better equipment, more. You know, I was thinking. So the way I was thinking about doing this is like the whole game. I really like the aesthetic of like 90s computers, born at the very tail end of that era. But like I really kind of like that Windows 97, Windows XP aesthetic, where like you kind of got like the screen, and it's like there's something really comforting about that. I don't know why. So that's like the main thing for my game, and I'm thinking like the way you get like that kind of trust is the richer you get, the less taxes you have to pay on stuff. So like the whole goal is like you start getting taxed to oblivion if you just like spam potato patches and you don't have the profit to make it up. But like as you get a certain threshold, because the way you level up in this game is you hit different net worths. I should write that down actually. So like as you like grow, the more money you have, the less you get taxed. Players will be able to as a player gets a better handle on the game and develops a steady stream of profit, they will be able to purchase gear. At this point, like I don't even know if I want to add combat. Like this is already a lot, but I think the combat. We'll add the combat as like a very extra thing. It might not be necessary. Like people could just have fun investing in it. But I think like the combat, like of just shooting potato bugs on top of just becoming a potato multi-billionaire, could add like a little bit of just like, oh yeah, this game does not take itself seriously. Which is kind of like the entire thing. I'm wearing a shirt, by the way, that says "Keep it classic, dude." I don't take anything seriously, except being serious. They will purchase gear, allows them to make their farm more efficient. Refer to farm design page. The biggest. Let's see. Player will be. Let's see. For the purpose of the demo, the player will be able to buy sprinklers and various fertilizers to water, accelerate growth, and protect from rot while they wait for their crops. Yeah, no, that's a really good point. See, this is why I'm glad you're keeping me on task here. Yeah, right now, like I'm just kind of enjoying the idea of just like having a potato stock simulator, because like the whole management thing is great. Like, plus I did add some base systems for the combat, but yeah, looking here, I actually wrote this down. Farming to like the farming completion thing. Yeah, brainstorming is super fun, right? The farming like list right here, and that's what we're kind of designing right now. That is the like base game kind of like once this is done. Commerce systems like kind of on top of that. But once I have this done, this is like, hey, this is the list of items that will be available to the player. This is like, hey, if this feels good, this gets added to the game. But if the investing feels a little too dry, and like I rework some of the systems and I gotta like redevelop it, then we'll add in the combat stuff. If not, if it's not necessary and it doesn't really add much more to the game, then no, nothing, it won't be added. That's how I'm designing this document so far. Like I think
No way.
At the beginning, I basically just said I was going to write it out as chapters based on like what I feel like I
This
need.
freaking Viper.
Thanks. Yeah, I used to. A lot of my abandoned projects are just due to me completely improvising stuff, which, no, in hindsight, doing that for games that require you to have like a lot of systems. Like I made one of the first games I made on this channel was a randomly generated pirate resource management RTS. Oh, that's gonna be satisfying. So satisfying. And I actually got kind of far in it. Like it wasn't bad. I used Sebastian Legg's tutorial for it, for the random generation, and it worked. But it got to the point where it's just like I had no idea what I was doing, and I burned myself out on it. And same thing for a card game I designed a while ago. But like this, it's like, hey, this will be done. Like I'm not giving up on this bad boy. I might come back to it, honestly. I don't. It was made in Unity, so like a very like I made that in Unity like 3 years ago. So I don't know where that source code is, and I don't even know if I made the I don't know account actually, like the I don't know account I used for my GitHub when I made that. Actually, hold on. Let me check that. Yeah, so that was when I was making that. That was during the time where I was like, you know what, I'm going to just try to make games I don't particularly enjoy too much. Like I like strategy games in certain capacities, but I'm not the biggest strategy guy. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that out. See. Oh god, my GitHub has 2 pages. What was it? Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, this isn't even the right one. Yeah, well. I don't even know where it went actually. I can't remember if I made that in Unity, if I made that in Unreal. Oh, I did make it in Unity. I just forgot what account it was. Let's finish the shop system because I gotta go soon. That would be cool. It might even be the first quintuple A game. Put that on the list, actually. Already Spark game, you read Conquer the basis, great combination, alliances, sensors. That is so much, though.
Almost really bad. Almost really bad.
Listen, if Ubisoft can make a quadruple A game, I can make a quintuple A game if I want to. Right, that's a game idea list. Okay, this is actually a game I wanted to make a while ago. It's called Dude, and it's just Was it really like? See, I've seen a lot of hate about it. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Yeah. I kind of want to make Turok with Hogs. Actually, that's a super easy game to make. Well, not easy. You did. I think the last time I played Black Flag was when I was like 13. Where is my document? I need to organize this. This is all a mess.
He's behind me. There's a guy behind me.
Actually, yeah. When did Black Flag come out? Was that 2015?
He was just in this one.
I can't remember. While you wait for the crops.
I'm on my thing. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's. Okay.
For now,
Okay.
these and the potato patches will be the main component of the shop. And to finish this off, let's add the tax and bill system. Let's make the heading 1, tax and bill system. That? There we go. 2014? That came out in 2014? That's 10 years ago? Oh my god. I was 13 back then. That is actually crazy. Yeah, because... No! I almost said 360! 2014 is Xbox One era! Oh my god! Dude! That is insane. Oh man, about to bring a tear to my eye.
God, I bet it's been.
You know what's crazier to me than just that? Because first off, that's already throwing me off. Like the fact that the Lego Movie turned 10 this year still is unbelievable to me. Go to movie, by the way. It's the fact I was looking at an Instagram reel comment. I don't recommend that. I feel like you have, but it's a horrible place to be. But yeah, right. I was looking they were talking about like Game Boys or something like that, and like Gen Alpha has gotten old enough to be on Instagram enough where someone said, "What is a DS, my guy?" People don't know. Kids don't know what a Nintendo DS is anymore. That is crazy to me. That is almost peak handheld. DS is fantastic. PSP, way up there. Hold up, where is it? Where's my PSP? It's across the room. I'm not gonna get it. But yeah, but kids don't know what DSs are anymore. That blows my mind. Like that, it was not that long ago when the Nintendo DS was like the prominent handheld. It's like, yeah, we've come a long way. Like the Steam Deck is peak for me. For real, right? It's crazy. Like it doesn't feel like this stuff was that long ago, but like a decade isn't a short amount of time. And it's just like that's just weird. It bums me out sometimes. But like at the same time, it's just like, man, I wonder what we'll do next, you know? Okay, I gotta finish this before I'm gonna be late because I gotta drive ahead of me. Tax and bill system. The player will be taxed at the end of every time cycle.
I can only see his head. Oh, I did not.
Say
Oh, I did.
every, let's see,
I was gonna call so much BS.
time cycle needs to be designed, but thinking bi-weekly for now.
Oh.
Text and build the average time cycle. The player will be taxed based on the amount of property they own, patches, sprinklers, etc., and be billed based on their consumption rate.
Oh, okay, there's one behind you.
For the demo, it'll
God damn it, bro.
just be water.
Oh, I shot it.
And it's pure in there. As the player increases their net worth level, that is not how you spell net worth. Needle worth. Yeah. Oh, net worth is not one. Wow, okay. I can spell pharmaceutical, but I can't spell net worth. They will be rewarded with lower taxes. Incentivizing.
I'm freaking Fender. I just got a pre-fire because I can't see anything.
Incentivizing. Oh, Z, okay. Rapid growth and riskier place.
Yo, we're so good, man.
Okay, I think that's not too bad for now.
Oh my god, we're actually so good for that.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
We're actually so good for
yeah, no, 2000, or like somewhere in the 90s to 2007. I think it's like either maybe a little earlier. It's like a good hot spot, I think, for just like when things were like solid, like really, really solid. Not economically, us being kids, but yeah, no, it's just like Game Boys, Pokemon cards, cartoons. The Warriors on PS2. I didn't play that. My first console ever was the VTech Play console. Like my first real console was the Wii. Mario Kart 2 was my jam every day, every night. It was nonstop Mario Kart 2, or just Mario Kart Wii. Oh my God! Since we're on the topic of this, dude, Epic Mickey rebrushed. That was my game as a kid. I wish I got the Smash Bros earlier than I did. But dude, Epic Mickey rebrushed Epic Mickey was a phenomenal game. And I don't have the book on my desk. I should have the book on my desk. Because I got Smash Bros later on when I could like afford more games. But Yeah, Ultimate. I need to play. I want to play Brawl though. I hope they remaster all the Smash collection for the Switch. That'd be so cool. But like, Epic Mickey was made by the dude who wrote Deus Ex, like all the games, and Disney got him to write Epic Mickey. And I think that's why that game is so fire. And they're remaking it for release this year, and I couldn't be more hyped for that. Like that game, also The Blob, highly underrated video games. The Blob has my favorite soundtrack, and I think actually objectively the best soundtrack of all time for a game. Yeah, no, it's like it's gonna go so hard. Like I'm just gonna quickly bring up the Steam page for that. Yeah, Epic Mickey rebrushed. It's THQ Nordic is publishing it. I'm really glad that studio came back. I don't know when this is releasing, but that is so hype. Like, I'm so excited for that. Okay, but now I'm going to be late to my thing. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Dr. Gambit, it was a pleasure having you here. I'm glad I got to know you a little bit better, and I'm glad you were throwing out ideas left and right today. You've given me so many more ideas to work with, and I'm eventually gonna do like a kind of like little game jam thing, hoping we can get some of that going on. But yeah, this is super fun. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If anyone's watching this VOD in the future, hope you're having a good day wherever you are or whenever you are. Hope McDonald's is unshutting down. I will. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
I can't guarantee your safety. I knew you could plan, but I didn't know where he was. I think I got you. I ended up having Is that it?
Yes.
You know how like people would be doing the bubble